Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Scorpio, I am going to ever so humbly utilize myself as a conduit to bring you messages from the universe, or a message, however that shows up, what the universe would like to say to you today. And there is a song coming in for you. I can't remember who sings it. We are born innocent? I don't know. I can't. But that's I can't get, it's almost like I can't get the whole song in. I know the song, but it just keeps replaying on that part. We are born innocent. I don't know. So that's part of a message for you. But, I kind of get with that too, though, is that's kind of the complete opposite of what, I don't know about all religions, but the Christian religion in particular is often based on guilt. Guilt. You're guilty when you're born here. You're not innocent. You're corrupt. Everything, like it's really. But yet that song. So there's something about that. We're all born innocent. So that's the first part of your message. Already getting into something really deep. Yeah. So I'm using the Fountain Tarot. It's general. It may or may not resonate. If it does and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. All right, Scorpio. What does the universe want to talk to you about, Scorps? Scorpio. The Eight of Swords, self-persecution. It feels like it. That song is really relevant. Persecuting yourself here. I just really get that. Just with the swords, like it's your mind's thought, but look, like you can't move forward. If you do, you could really hurt yourself. Hurting yourself with some thoughts that you have here. But these thoughts, if I link it to that song, they feel like they're really just based on, like stories that don't necessarily have any truthful basis on them. And actually, as we live through life, we start to realize that there's no truth in most of it. Everything that we live is based on a fantasy that has been utilized into three-dimensional existence. It's just like what man created is not necessarily the truth of anything around us. But you are really getting there's something about you that you need to expose. I just realized this person has a mask on, and it's a black mask, almost like a bandit. I think we're here to talk about any negative self-talk. Any way that you talk to yourself to convince yourself that you don't have certain choices, or there's certain things that you can't do, or maybe there's even certain aspects of yourself that aren't innocent, that aren't good, that aren't, well, that's all part of divinity too. That's the big lie, right? That, divinity is just this white, heavenly, glowy angel with a never done anything wrong or bad. That's a bunch of shit. That's not true. Yeah, what's at the bottom here? The 10 of Coins and the King of Swords and the 2 of Coins. This feels really trapped. All of this energy feels so trapped. And it feels like it may even be trapped in something that you've built for yourself. He feels trapped. It doesn't look like he's able to move, that King of Swords, and how he's sitting there. And now the Two of Pentacles is really curious to me, because for the first time ever, this looks like a tattoo starting to emerge on this person's arm. So it feels like it's the water is tattooed to you, but exposing it, like rolling up your sleeve for the first time and showing a part of yourself, taking off the bandit mask, feeling like a bandit in the night for some reason. Maybe you've achieved certain success somehow in your life, and you haven't achieved it always on a straight and narrow path. And that there's something about yourself that you're trying to bring out of the darkness. That song is so important. We are, we are all born innocent. So all of us are really having the same experiences. See, the difference in, if there would be something wrong, like if you've achieved something in life and it doesn't feel like it was always on a straight and narrow path, and how crooked and wide this path could be, it could just be not always showing everyone my true emotions, or not always showing everyone, Scorpio too has a very kind of deep sense of psychic ability. It's going in underneath things that most people can't see or choose not to look at, and seeing things from that angle, and maybe using that to your advantage somehow. Or it could be, I don't know, it could be fraud, it could be anything. But at the end of the day, if you're actually feeling like, I'm not innocent about these things that I've done in my life, or that have happened to me, or I've allowed to happen, that's divinity right there. I mean, that's the whole point of the process. It's when you are this and you don't see it, and you don't care, fine with it. I don't care. I'm succeeding. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm holding strong and fast to it. Screw everybody else that gets in my way. That's not divinity working. Well, it hasn't come to the full cycle yet. Some people get it in a lifetime, and some people take lifetimes to get it. But there's something here, and it just feels like it could have how you show up in a real practical way. I feel like there's a darker side to you that you don't show out. There may be a more depressive side to you that you don't allow to come out. Because the King of Swords doesn't show emotions either. I feel like you control your body language really well. And the one spot that you don't have full control over, or as much control, is your head for some reason, because the head is sticking out here so much. It's the only thing that's really there. There's really no body in any of these. There's no body. Functioning on a really mental level here. Really functioning on a very mental level. And even that has brought you success. It's brought you great success. It's brought you choices and opportunities. But I feel like right now it's moving into this darker element of you. It's interesting because I've been watching Seinfeld on Netflix, working through the whole series. And one of the episodes was George had this, I think she was a psychiatrist, or was she a doctor? What was she? Oh no, she was a lawyer, which is interesting. The King of Swords, kind of that energy. She was a lawyer, very beautiful woman. And she thought George was hilarious. And George is just like, I found my dream. I mean, he's never, through most of the show, he doesn't even have a job. So he doesn't have a job. I don't think he was living at home with his parents yet. But she thought he was so funny. And George did not want to do a double date between her and Jerry and Elaine, because Jerry's really funny. Well, even Elaine was funny. And he thought, it's not going to be good. Because if she sees how funny you are, she's not going to think I'm so funny. And then all she's going to see is a short, bald guy with no job. no prospects. So, not that there's anything wrong with that. So Jerry, they agreed to meet, but Jerry was not going to be funny, which was very hard for him. So he ended up coming off as very like deep and dark and melancholy. And she loved that. So she ditched George and she wanted to date Jerry. And he's trying to convince her I'm not. I'm funny. She's, no, you're dark and mysterious. So what I'm getting at here is there's a part of you here that's dark, depressive, mysterious, kind of goth-like. It's the most attractive part of you. You feel like, so you're almost, this is going to be incredibly painful because it feels like what you're persecuting in yourself is actually the strongest element of you. I wish I could get the rest of that song. Is it Alanis Morissette? No, I don't know who is singing that. I just keep getting that. We are all, no. See, even when I sing it, it doesn't come out. It's just playing in my head clearly, but I can't articulate it. We are all born innocent. You know what? Maybe I'm going to look it up. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to put it in the link below the, I'm going to put it because there'll be links. There's already links at the top. This song that I'm thinking of, I'm going to put the link at the very bottom of the description. So it's not combined with any other link. And my description is pretty short now, so I don't even think you have to scroll to get to it. So Scorpio song link. I'm going to put that in there. I really feel like all the lyrics might be really important for this reading. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like, too, what you've built, things can't get through it. No, you don't let things into the darkness. But you know what's interesting? Because if you look at the coins, how they're lined up against the doorway there, the archway. If you get into the archway, it's dark. Like between the arches is dark. But then you go beyond that and it's light. That's your clarity. That's who you are. The mystery of you. Well, Scorpio is always a mystery in everything that you do. But you see, this may not just have anything to do with how you are, presenting yourself to the world. This has an awful lot to do with how you think about yourself. Because I don't want to tell you, you should let everything out about what you are and who you are and, let everybody see it. Particularly for Scorpio, because that's not really a natural thing for you. But now as I say that, every single zodiac that I have done this week, the universe is asking you to be something that you're not naturally inclined to. So that's up to you, how much of this you want to show to the rest of the world. But the really, really important message here is that you do not persecute yourself for these darker areas. The Eight of Swords. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The Five of Wands, Justice, and the Ten of Swords. Oh. In some ways, I feel like you almost think you need to banish, to end any darkness that you have inside of yourself. I'm going to tell you right now, the people that I've dealt with in life that seem to be the biggest assholes are the ones that don't look at their darkness. You can't really banish your darkness. It's always going to show up in different ways. And as soon as you've gone through some sort of a cycle or a learning process in life, and there might not be much darkness there, but it always kind of seems like darkness has the ability to kind of glow and pulsate just like a light source does. And that, but again, without the darkness, we wouldn't see any of the stars. We wouldn't see the cosmos. We wouldn't see the light of day. You can't get rid of it. You can't. And if you get rid of it, you're just going to end up projecting it onto other people and be a real ass. So you can't do that. I don't know if it's something that you contemplate, that this darkness needs to end. The best way for the darkness to end is for you to not feel guilt about it. And whatever process is required of you to do that, Maybe you need to write notes or letters to people that you feel bad about how certain things have happened in life, and to let that go. Maybe maybe you feel guilt or shame about who you are based on how other people have projected onto you. Maybe you need to write notes to them. But and some of these notes that you write, you can just burn them too. You don't have to send them to anybody. It's just letting it out, letting it go, letting it out, but don't completely banish it. It does feel like you're trying to find a balance here, harmony between the conflict that you feel and the endings that are inevitable. the inevitable endings to things. There's something about this Eight of Swords, the way she's got just enough room to move her head in there. There's a sense of vulnerability here, a real sense of vulnerability, because she has just enough room to squeeze her head in there. And then when she does, she's surrounded by swords. And this is not like a guillotine. It's not something that it's quick and it's easy and it's done. This would be probably the most painful demise of anyone. Well, I'm sure I don't want to think about that. Think about painful demises. Yeah, and there's a sense of pain and anguish here with the Five of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Holding yourself back feels like it kills you in a way. Ten of Pentacles. This feels like too busy creating and building your fortune, your empire, whatever that is, however that shows up. Physical things around your life, they actually end up becoming barriers. Barriers for people getting to you. The ones that really need to get to you. The Ten of Coins. Hit me in the face. The Three of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Look at that. It is kind of a barrier because it's what you work on. You could bury yourself in your work, but there's a sense of wanting to celebrate. Finding happiness at work. Finding happiness in how you work on things with other people. You know, I do want to say that not everything has to be happy. Not every situation needs to be happy. And maybe you're around people that, maybe you're going through something difficult and everyone wants you to be happy about it. And you could feel guilt or entrapment about that. The King of Swords. Oh, it's so funny. I bought a pillow with that pattern on it. Yeah, a couple days ago, I bought a pillow. Yeah, a throw pillow. It has the finer stripes, though. But it looks a lot like that. That's really funny. So what is that? Like a throw pillow. It's full of down and feathers. It's really soft and pliable. See, this is a soft, pliable area. When I said this sense of vulnerability, walking into those swords, it made me think of the second chakra, which is the house of the soul. But that's a very vulnerable area. It's your underbelly. The King of Swords, you have a very soft underbelly. Why did he do that? Why is he not looking now? Covering you up. That Hierophant, I don't know if you can see it. Okay, how much of the screen you can see. But the Hierophant landed like this. There was a whole bunch of cards sticking out here. I thought, okay, we'll look at them in a minute. And this one here, I went to move the cards and it caused the Hierophant to flip over and just cover the face. Again, the Hierophant can have a lot to do with the responsibilities that we have in life. the responsibilities, the dynasty, the empire that you're building around you or you have built around you is covering who you really are. There we go. And it's trying to get away from me. Being sneaky. The Eight of Cups. There, see? Emotional discontent. Two of Cups. The World, the Star. The King of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Oh, this is just really feels like wanting to chase, follow, find your hopes and your dreams. Live by them. Live of them. Live with them. Live in them. Be of it. Again, you can't see the stars without the darkness. The Two of Coins. This feeling of a tattoo, again, it's just like showing up to work with long sleeves on so no one can see the tattoos. But it's, you know, it's kind of symbolic. It's metaphorical that the tattoos represent who you really are on the inside, but that's covered up by something here. The Two of Coins. And having to show up practical with the two. The Six of Cups. See this, oh, and this is yeah, the sun, the moon. The sun. The sun in Scorpio is the Six of Cups, I think. Or no, it's the moon. I don't know. It's something in Scorpio. I know that much. I know that much. So yeah, it's, geez, who you really are is sort of trapped by these practical things that you need to engage in. Practical things that you yourself have even created around you. Maybe realizing that these practical things have trapped you, but I don't think they've really trapped you. Because if you're recognizing what's going on in your life and how it's showing up, you're finding your way out of it. I mean, that's the first step. And the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands and the Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Are you guys with the underlines lately? Too much. Here, I'll show you. Now I need to look at it. What is this? This is hurry up and wait. It's literally a hurry up and wait. With the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands, that's getting things going. And the Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, no, not getting things going. You know, all this Mars, kind of Mars energy. Well, it's Mars and it's Jupiter, right? Jupiter in Sagittarius. This is Aries with the Queen of Wands. So there's a lot of sense of movement and fire and a dynamic expression. But then you get the Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, which is like, hold on tight and let's be practical. Like, work on yourself, look after yourself, enjoy the fruits of your labor. But then there's a Tower moment. And that's Mars energy too. So this could be something that you're creating, that you're about to create. A big shift, a big change, and how you are seen and how you want to be seen, appreciated. There, wow, I like that, Scar. I always love doing your readings. It's so deep and philosophical. Yeah. I'm going to go do the extended Scorpio. Thank you so much, my naughties with a dash of nice. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.